Welcome into WTOL 11 News here on Plus. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday. We've got a lot of stories to cover, and we'll get to those in just a moment. But first, get check out that forecast. Meteorologist John Birchfield. John, it was a chilly morning.
Yeah, going to be a cold start to the week as well, Michael, but the breeze is the bigger story for tomorrow. Temperatures aren't going to be so bad, but that wind is going to make it feel even colder into the afternoon. Gusts up to 30 miles an hour will be possible, and there will be some clouds in the morning, but sunshine is going to be on the increase during the afternoon. Right now, it is very still outside. Most locations seeing calm winds with just single-digit wind speeds in the Toledo metro. Temperatures just shy of 50 degrees, and we're going to be turning cooler sharply this evening now that it is dark outside after the time change. Mainly clear skies, but I am tracking a weak cold front to the northwest of us, and that is what is going to bring us the increase in the clouds and the wind. Here's a look at some showers that are forming in the upper Midwest with this front. The chances of us seeing any rain is very slim, and I want to time it hour by hour. There is going to be that thicker cloud cover moving in from the northwest tonight. An isolated brief sprinkle can't entirely be ruled out, but look at the sunshine return into the afternoon. It is going to be a beautiful looking day, just a little on the breezy side. 58 for your Monday. In the next 4 days, we hang on to those fairly mild temperatures. Tuesday is going to be calmer. The wind is going to be back Wednesday with highs in the 60s and turning a little cooler Thursday. I'm going to preview a big change in the weather next weekend, as well as rain chances coming up in your 10-day forecast.
We continue to follow breaking news from this morning after 3 people were shot at the Weekend Restaurant and Lounge in South Toledo, killing a 19-year-old and injuring 2 others. Our Dominique O'Neill is live from the scene with the latest. Dom, I understand we have new details from police.
That's right, Michael. According to Toledo police, they tell me 19-year-old Jasmine Queen was the person who died. It happened here in this business plaza between Hill Road and Reynolds Road. And according to TPD, this all happened around 3 a.m. It stemmed from a party or gathering at the lounge with some kind of incident spilling out into the parking lot. At this time, we can say multiple gunshots were fired, including the bullets that hit Queen, who died from her injuries at the hospital. 2 others were also injured. However, police have not released their names yet. We're told they are expected to be okay, and currently there are no suspects. This incident led to former Toledo Mayor Cardi Finkbeiner and current mayoral candidate Roberto Torres and other community members meeting in the parking lot across the street from where this happened, voicing their concerns about gun violence, calling for more boots on the ground and more accountability from leaders. And coming up tonight at 11, I will have a full report on that press conference and what leaders say needs to be done. Reporting in South Toledo, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
All right, thank you, Dom. We also got a chance to get a hold of Jasmine's mom, Leslie Queen, who is currently battling stage 4 cancer down in Tennessee. She tells us she found out about her daughter's death from a Facebook message, and it's left her crushed and with little will to keep fighting. Jasmine was her only biological daughter, and she says as a mother, she should never outlive her child. You can hear our emotional interview with Leslie Queen. That's coming up in our evening shows. Other breaking news from this morning, a 21-year-old driver from Defiance was killed this morning when his car overturned into Brush Creek in German Township. Troopers say the vehicle veered off County Road 25, hit a guardrail, and then landed in the creek. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene, and alcohol is suspected to be a factor. Multiple agencies responded to assist with this crash. County Road 25 remains closed due to bridge damage, and drivers are urged to take alternate routes. With the government shutdown now in its 2nd month, millions of Americans are trying to figure out how to make ends meet amid new uncertainty over their SNAP food benefits. President Trump is returning to the White House after spending the weekend in Florida. CBS News correspondent Willie James Inman reports from West Palm Beach.
This bakery in the Sacramento, California area is offering free sourdough bread to people who receive government food assistance through SNAP.
It's awful, right? Like, we can't not give people what they need.
On Friday, 2 federal judges ruled that the Trump administration must continue to fund SNAP, the nation's biggest food aid program, by using contingency funding.
That is a very, very small Band-Aid. And the only way you're going to get SNAP benefits back on track is if Democrats vote for our clean CR.
Republicans continue to urge Democrats to support a short-term spending bill that would reopen the government. Democrats say they want an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies that would lower the cost of health insurance premiums.
Get the darn thing open, deal with the healthcare cliff. Don't let people go hungry when we've got money set aside on SNAP. That can all be accomplished sooner the better.
A new CBS News YouGov poll shows Americans are increasingly voicing concern about the shutdown's impact on the U.S. economy and themselves. There's also worry about the effect on government functions, including air travel.
We have to be honest, when we have controllers where we have shortages in towers and TRACONs doing two jobs, does it add more risk into the system? Sure it does. But again, we're always managing that.
So far, air traffic controllers have missed one paycheck. But Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said he's talked to a number who say they cannot manage missing a second payday. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
And with temperatures beginning to drop across the United States, some states are warning that funding for the more than $4 billion low-income home energy assistance program is being delayed because of the federal government shutdown, now in its 5th week. As the government shutdown threatens food assistance programs like SNAP, one Southeast Michigan family is stepping up in a big way. Sisters Hazel and Alice just collected a record 3 tons of food through their annual Little Thanksgiving drive, helping hundreds of families who may soon face even greater need. CBS News Detroit has more.
Hazel Nicosia packs a box with canned goods. She's the mastermind behind Little Friendsgiving.
We were driving and I saw a less fortunate man and it made me really sad. So when I got home, I went and got food out of the cabinet and I'm like, Mom, can I give it to him?
Hazel was just 4 years old at the time.
I thought, well, this is a good opportunity, a teaching moment as a parent to be able to show her ways that we could help people.
That's how the food drive got started.
Why do you continue to do this every year?
Because it just makes me happy and I love helping people.
Hazel, along with her little sister Alice.
Do you like helping people too, Alice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
And best friend Charlie hosts lemonade stands, art, and bake sales during the summer to raise money.
She told me about it and I asked if I could do it with her.
Why did you want to do it?
Because I also like helping people.
The donations are destined for Lighthouse, an organization that provides emergency services like food and housing to those in need.
To say it's timely is an understatement. I mean, with the pause of SNAP benefits and the uncertainty, roughly 60% of our food clients rely on those benefits.
Last year, Lighthouse served more than 150,000 people through its food program.
Typically, folks receive about 1 box of food a month, so this will supplement, especially right before the holidays.
It takes a small army of volunteers to box up all of the donations and load them onto the Lighthouse van.
We're appreciative to everyone involved, Lighthouse, Glitz, the churches, the schools, Oxford Elementary. Everyone has really just come together to try to support us.
And for as long as they're able, Hazel and Alice plan to continue giving in the future.
It's good to help people because you don't know how they're feeling, because like when you like compare it to your life, you're like, I have a good life, probably should help them.
In Oxford, Veronica Ortega, CBS News, Detroit.
Tuesday is Election Day, and if you need help getting to the polls, a local group is offering free rides. The Toledo Area Jobs with Justice and Interfaith Worker Justice Coalition is helping voters in Lucas and Northern Wood County. Volunteer drivers will take you to your polling place so you can cast your vote. The group has been offering this service since 2004 with help from the Monroe Street Neighborhood Center. For information on how to arrange a ride, go ahead and visit our website. And when it comes to the election, WTOL 11 has you covered. For a complete breakdown of the issues on your ballot, voting hours, and polling locations, check out our full election guide posted right now on our website at WTOL.com. Dozens of runners and walkers laced up their shoes at Swan Creek Preserve Sunday morning for the annual Carpe Diem Epilepsy Walk Run. More than 100 participants took part, raising money for the Epilepsy Center of Northwest Ohio. CEO Roy Cherry says the event's been going strong for over a decade, and every year it continues to grow. He says the support shows just how much Northwest Ohio cares about the epileptic community.
We want to make sure that, somebody that has epilepsy, they could be just as functioning as anybody else, making people aware if, what to do if somebody has a seizure. But in reality is we're trying to get the stigma away that it's okay if you have epilepsy.
This race also serves as the center's kickoff event for November, which is National Epilepsy Awareness Month. Well, it's time to gas up those leaf blowers and bust out some rakes. Leaf pickup season in Toledo is starting soon. You'll start to see crews in some neighborhoods starting tomorrow. Remember, your leaves should be taken to the curb, all free of brush. Each Friday, the city will announce where crews will be working the following week and the week after. The goal is to give people enough time to prep and move their cars out of the street.
A lot of ways to stay connected to our schedule. We have an interactive map on our website. Obviously, you can sign up for text alerts, call Engage Toledo.
The city says crews collected 92,000 cubic yards of leaves last year. To see when leaves will be picked up in your area, you can head to our website and click on the links mentioned section. And if you're in Bowling Green, you can expect crews to start leaf collection Monday, November 10th. That's tomorrow. Leaves should be, or rather, it's next week. Leaves should be placed loose curbside, not in the bags. The city asks that you don't put the leaves in the street because that can block storm drains during rain events. You can also take leaves to the drop-off site behind the Public Works Garage on Tarragon Drive. Want to see more breakdowns of viral trends and 60-second stories? Check out our WTOL 11 social media pages on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Let's get things over to John with a full look at our forecast.
If you're hoping to rake up some of those leaves tomorrow, you're going to contend with a gusty breeze. It is going to be a windy start to the work week as a cold front sweeps through the area. We could see gusts to 30 miles an hour out of the west, but there will be increasing sunshine. So a little more morning cloud cover, but a brighter afternoon on deck. Now, Sunday evening's been fairly calm, actually. Norwalk and Napoleon reporting totally still winds, and across the metro, single-digit wind speeds. That is going to change as we head into the upcoming week with a gusty breeze that'll be returning. Temperatures Sunday evening have been around 50 degrees, with the metro dropping back to the upper 40s. Now that sunset time is at 5:26, darker evenings as we have officially ended daylight saving time. Cloud cover does show you a little bit of clouds, but there is going to be some clearing that does help those temperatures drop to the 30s tonight. But I am tracking a cold front. That's going to bring us some thicker cloud cover around daybreak tomorrow. That front currently northwest of Lake Michigan, producing some sprinkles and light rain showers in portions of the upper Midwest. So let's look at the hour-by-hour forecast. Starting things off for your Monday morning, there is going to be a little more cloud cover, a very slim chance of a brief passing shower, but those clouds fade away and it's going to be a breezy afternoon with increasing sunshine that'll be expected. So what about temperatures? We do briefly dip down to the upper 30s overnight with afternoon highs. That'll be in the upper 50s to even near 60. So it is going to be a milder afternoon with that breezy west wind and the chance to come close to the 60-degree mark for your Monday. Overall, it's going to be a fairly nice afternoon. Just keep in mind, it is going to be a breezy day. Monday's winds between 10 to 20, gusting to 30 miles an hour with those winds blowing in from the west. Now, weather impacts that we're tracking. The breeze going to be a big impact this week. Both Monday and Wednesday are going to be windy and blustery days. We do have a brief warm up though, and we're actually going to end up in the low to mid 60s by Wednesday. And then next weekend, we are tracking some significant changes in the weather that include rain showers and also a big cool down with our first really cold dose of autumn air. Rain chances are going to spike on Fridays. We see a 70% chance of widespread showers, and into next weekend there could be some periodic showers lingering, although we're going to be down to about a 30% chance for weekend plans. Friday is going to be our first chance of widespread rainfall. Now, we could get a brief pause on the wet weather Saturday. However, Sunday, a strong cold front comes racing through the area. That's going to bring us some showers Sunday morning, and then into the afternoon, it may in fact get cold enough that some areas see the first snowflakes of the season, especially downwind of Lake Michigan. That blue color indicates the chance for a couple wet flakes. Now, don't want to get your hopes up too high if you're a winter lover, but there is growing consensus among those computer models that we could potentially see a couple wet flakes mixing on through, although anything that does fly is likely to just melt away on impact. No sticking snow is expected. Breezy weather Monday, another breezy day Wednesday. Highs will be in the low to mid 60s, and there is a very slim 20% chance of a passing shower. Rain chances grow on Friday. That's going to be the day that rain is going to be the most likely, and looking ahead towards next weekend,